Hi there everyone, Scapegoat Stephen back with another video match report for Guild Ball. So it's been a while, apologies, this one's been on the back burner whilst real life happened. So this is Quarantine Ball episode 5 and this is going to be a Shepherds versus Falconers. People voted for me to use the Falconers after the newly errated Mataagi was revealed, so we're gonna just fire away with that. Enjoy. So we filmed this battle report on a nice lovely sunny day in the garden a couple of weeks back, and we've got on the Shepherd side Herder, Shearer, Ram, Hook and Crook, Lamb and Babe, and on the Falconers you've got Mataagi, Minerva, Devana, Frelsi, Rundaas and Ikaros. Now I won the roll and I chose to kick, which is not necessarily the best of options in against Shepherds, but Devana really likes to project her own threat and get herself up there, so actually with that piece of scenery that I could just kick the ball into, I thought that was quite favourable. Apologies for the shadows, but it was bright sunlight, there's not a lot we could do about it. I thought it'd be nice to play a game in the garden for a change. So just putting out some influence allocation at the moment. Again, this is a game versus my daughter, because that's the only person I can play at the moment. She is enjoying Shepherds, although, again, she needs her tactics refining. She is only 11, so she won't necessarily make all of the smartest tactical choices that a lot of opponents would make normally. So we're going to start with Hook. He's going to sprint and snap the ball, and then come back a little bit. He's then going to pass to Crook. Considers whether or not pass to Ram straight away, but then realises might as well get some momentum. So we'll pass to Crook. Crook is then going to sprint and pass the ball to Ram. Very nice little dogs these two are. Lovely bit of 1-2 play in the activation, generate a couple of momentum. I'm just going to activate Frelsi, who's going to sprint. Ram is then going to sprint. Eventually. So yeah, Ram is going to sprint and then going to pass to Herder, who then dodges forward off that pass. Eventually, apologies, there's a little bit ahead there. I think we're just discussing optional sort of what the best choice of play here was, and then we go dodge forward with Herder from that pass, and then we're just going to drop our harvest marker in a second. Or maybe we forgot. Okay, so Ikaros is going to jog and put out Harrier. Herder is going to, in fact we must have dropped the harvest marker. In fact we discussed dropping the harvest marker, that's what it was. Then forgot to actually physically put it on the table, so just allow a little bit of a take back here, but Herder immediately uses it to protect the ball. She then drops the ball to Shearer and sprints. Now I did ask my daughter if she had some sort of plan here. She reliably informs me that she did. I'm not quite sure what that plan was, but at the moment Herder is now out on that flank with 2 or 3 wasted influence. So yeah, there we go. She hasn't got anything to put the influence on. I'm going to use Mataagi. Mataagi's going to jog and drop a Harrier on Ram, then gets their free attack and scores a momentous 2 up to 3 because of the Harrier, and then manages to do a snap fire and miss on a defense 3 Ram. It is only 1 die play though, so nice to have plinked Ram for a little bit more damage. Lamb is going to jog. Lamb's at the bottom screen. Here we go. Lamb's going to jog, and then Lamb is going to use Planting Master just to get 2 harvest markers out, potentially for either influence next turn or some use. There we go. So Minerva's going to jog and put down a Harrier on Ram. Babe is going to go next. As you see, Ram is just going to explode in a minute. Babe is going to sprint Rundaas is then going to go next. He's going to Shadow Like. He's going to go for a jog. And then he is also going to drop a Harrier on Ram. And then I think we actually completely forget to activate. Oh no, Shearer goes next, sorry. Shearer jogs just into the fast ground so that he's ready for next turn. Devana's going to use Hackback on Frelsi and Deadly Wings to move the Harrier that isn't in contact with Ram in contact with Ram. We're then going to jog and use Death from Above on Ram. So we're going to get a momentous knockdown, wrapping to a momentous 1 up to 3 because of both Frelsi with assist and the Harrier. We're then going to do a momentous 1 up to 3, wrapping twice to the momentous 1 up to 3. So yeah, doing quite a bit of damage here. We're then going to do another momentous 1 up to 3, wrapping to a momentous 1 up to 3 and a double push. Not that the double push does anything. So you guys see, look, multiple wraps here. And then the final attack is going to be a momentous 1 up to 3, wrapping to a momentous 1 up to 3. And we are going to take out Ram. So it puts it at 0-2 in favour of the Falconers. Ram's ability does activate, but there's no one else to go for the turn. So momentum-wise, the Shepherds are on 0 and the Falconers are on 11. The Shepherds play Pick Up the Pace, and Falconers play Never Say Die. Mostly for the +1 influence, I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't hurt to have that in play, just in case Shepherds do get some takeouts. I'm very good at the pushing game. So Pick Up the Pace is going to go on at Shearer and Minerva. Now Shearer's obviously quite well placed for it because he's both got the ball and he's in fast ground, so he gets a +4/+4 move out of all of this. Although he's going to have to go round my entire team, and it's relying on me not getting the ball off him. So Ram jogs back on and triggers on Crook. So Crook gets the free dodge. As you can see, Devana is fully loaded again. Whilst Minerva is partially loaded. So just a quick shout out, actually, the tokens from in this video are from Dionysus Designs. Both teams are using them. I use them for all of my tokens at the moment. They're really good. They've done me some custom ones in the past. So once we're out of the lockdown, he's currently Ben is currently doing some PPE equipment support. So I don't think the Dionysus Design stuff is actually currently being used. So keep your eye on it. Once this crisis is all over, hit them up, check them out. Good prices, good quality, good man. So Minerva's going to jog and engage Shearer and Herder. She attacks Shearer, scores a momentous knockdown. The ball scatters and snaps to Herder. I'm going to attack Herder, get a momentous I Spy, but drop it on Shearer. Then I'm going to attack Herder again and get a momentous Harrier and put that so it's clipping Shearer. I was hoping to see if it would actually clip both of them, but they're just outside of 3 inches of each other. So Crook is going to go next. Crook is just going to charge Frelsi, who does defensive stance and counterattack. He scores a momentous 2, and my counterattack comes back in. Big Talons hits the dog, gets a momentous 2 damage, and obviously Frelsi snares people when they damage them. So Hook is then going to charge Frelsi. There is a charge line. I know it looks a bit odd at the angle here because of the piece of scenery, but there is actually a charge lane coming sort of back across behind the other dog and still engaging Frelsi. So Frelsi is going to declare a counterattack, so I haven't got the momentum to do a defense stance as well. He scores a momentous 4 and wraps to the momentous 2. So that nearly takes Frelsi out. And my counterattack does a 2 damage and snared again. So both the dogs are currently snared. Mataagi will go next. Mataagi is going to go for a jog. He's going to drop a a harrier that's touching both those dogs, and then he is going to shoot at Shearer with his bow, and he get with a free attack, and he scores a momentous 2 up to 3 because of the harrier. And just getting a bit of damage in on Shearer, just so we can try and get an easy take out of him this turn. So Babe is going to go next. Babe's just going to sprint just to give me another target. Rundaas is going to go. He's going to Shadow Like and charge Shearer. He's just in range after the Shadow Like. And he's literally at the very edge of his 1-inch melee. Shearer does defensive stance, although he is knocked down, remember. And I've got I Spy. I get a momentous 3 up to 4 because of the Harrier with a Guild Ball. And I think I drop another Harrier marker off that Guild Ball. Yeah, I do. So put it there so it keeps both the dogs. And then I wrapped the momentous 3 up to 4. I then heal Frelsi because Frelsi's on like 1 HP at this point, and I don't really want to lose Frelsi. So Lamb is going to go. Lamb is going to sprint and use Warming Oven on Ram, and then uses Planting Master to drop out his 2 harvest markers. As you can see, there's like a whole field going on in this bottom corner of the map. Just to put out some harvest markers. So Ikaros is going to go next. I'm trying to measure out his route. I've sort of put Devana right in the way of where he wants to go. So he is going to sprint and drop a harvest marker. I've done it again. A Harrier there, so it's clipping again one of the dogs. Ram is going to go. Ram is going to impetus themselves and sprint. And drop a harvest marker. Again, we forget about the free dodge. Devana's going to jog and use her legendary. Hits Hook, Crook, Shearer and Herder for 3 damage and snared. Then uses Death from Above on Crook, doing a momentous 2 up to 4 because of both assist and the harvest marker, the Harriers. Wrapping to a momentous 2 up to 4 takes out dog number 1. So it's 0-3 in favour of the Falconers. We then Death from Above Hook, momentous 3 up to 5, wrapping to the momentous 1 up to 3, take out. 0-4 in favour of the Falconers. This is not looking well for farmyard animals right now. We're going to Deadly Wings to move Harrier over to Shearer, I believe. Yeah, there we go, over to Shearer. We're then going to Death from Above Shearer, doing momentous 3 up to 4, wrapping to the momentous 3 up to 4, takes him out. 0-6 in favour of the Falconers. We then Deadly Wings to move another Harrier to Herder. And we Death from Above Herder, scoring the momentous knockdown. If you get to scatter the balls, we'll do that in a minute. And wrap to the momentous 2 up to 3. After all that excitement, we completely and utterly forget to actually activate Herder, which probably would have been a smart move, even if it was just to clear conditions and run. I don't think she can run, but jog away, just try and get herself into a better position to either pull me out of position or to protect herself going into the next turn. So at the moment, the Shepherds have a mighty 3 momentum, and the Falconers have another 12. So the Shepherds worried that I might get some sort of goal in a minute, decide to play the Former Wall card. Meanwhile, I play Lock Them Down, which I believe I put the -1 tack on Ram. Yeah, you can see the token there on the video, and that's mostly just to protect me from Ram coming in, and yes, Ram will get the knockdown, but it sort of dissuades Ram from doing anything else that Ram can do with their playbook. Not a huge fan of being pushed off the board, if I'm honest. So Mataagi's going to go first. Mataagi's going to do the free attack on Herder, scoring a 2 damage Harrier. We then also remember, oh yeah, we probably should scatter the ball, given that she's knocked down. So quickly do that. Basically, the ball ends on Rundaas. So Rundaas has currently got the ball. Mataagi's then going to jog to engage Herder base to base, just for another crowd up. Ram is then going to go next. Ram is going to charge Frelsi, because the idea being that I think Serum kind of wants to get rid of Frelsi, because she's concerned that Frelsi will just do, cause more takeouts. So we manage a non-momentous 3, even with that -1 attack, and then we get a momentous double push on the second attack. Just push Frelsi back a little bit more. So I'm then going to go with Minerva. Minerva is going to attack Herder and score a momentous I Spy and wrap, because remember Herder is knocked down and I've got a gang up, to the momentous 3 up to 4 because of the Harrier. We're then going to do a momentous 3 up to 4 wrapping to a momentous Harrier, and then we're going to heal Frelsi, and we'll go for a slight jog to the edge of my 2-inch melee. What I did forget about entirely in this game as well was that ability that Devana has to, not Devana, I've not played Falconers in a while, can't you? That Minerva has to heal her own people when people die within a certain aura of her. So Lamb's going to sprint next, and Lamb is going to do a Harvest Marker. And, well, sorry, use Planting Master even. Rundaas is going to go next. Rundaas is just going to drop the ball to Devana, so he's not going to be able to Shadow Light because kind of don't want to. He's then going to jog base to base with Ram, score a momentous knockdown, second attack momentous 3 Harrier, and then a bonus time attack to do a momentous 3 up to 4. Again, just sort of rocking in some more momentum. What I will do at the end of this video as well is I'll put up a photo of my Falconers, so I just want to give a shout out to the person who painted them for me. So keep your eyes tuned for that. They are a commissioned painter, so I'm sure they'll be happy to take on any other projects you might wish to contact them about. So Babe's going to go next. Babe's going to charge Ikaros, who does defensive stance and counter attack. Babe is going to score a momentous 2. I bonus time the counter attack mostly because I kind of want to dodge out of melee and manage to get a single point of damage. Babe then heals Ram 4 and puts Ram on 13 health, I believe, with that heal. Ikaros is just going to go, you know what, just going to jog away from Babe. Don't care. Take your parting blow. Parting blow is just a single point of damage. Ikaros then attacks Ram, scores a momentous 2 up to 3, wrapping to a non-momentous 1 up to 2, and then does a second attack, which wraps to a non-momentous Harrier, and does a momentous 2 up to 3, and then just heals himself because I've got the momentum, so might as well just keep him topped up, even though he's only taking like 3 damage. So Shearer's going to go next. Shearer is going to sprint and to go engage Ikaros. And it's going to score a non-momentous dodge on the first attack. Really unfortunate. Scores a momentous 2 on the second attack. It does dodge into Ikaros' melee though, so I declared a counter attack, which I do bonus time and hot dice myself for 2 damage, wrapping to a 1 damage. I'm not quite sure how. I think I hit with every single die on the counter attack. And then Shearer's going to heal himself. So Devana's going to go. Devana's going to use Hackback to move Frelsi. Going to Death from Above Herder, doing momentous 3 up to 4, wrapping to a momentous 3 up to 4, and then on second attack does a momentous 2 up to 3 take out. So it puts us on 0-8 in favour of the Falconers. We then Death from Above on Ram with a bonus time, momentous 3 up to 4, wrapping to a momentous 3 up to 4, followed by another attack, which is Momentous 3 up to 4 takeout, 0-10 in favour of the Falconers, and then with Deadly Wings, a Harrier, and Jog to engage Shearer and punch him for a Momentous 3 up to 5, and then with Death from Above Shearer with a bonus time, Momentous 3 up to 5, wrap into a Momentous 2 up to 4, and it's going to be a takeout. So that is 0-12 in favour of the Falconers. Now, I think, just rolling the last few bits of the game here, Shepherds and Farmers are going to suffer into Falconers due to the sheer amount of dice they can roll, no armour, and all that stacking. Yeah. So that was Quarantine Ball episode 5. As I said, perhaps a little bit one-sided there with the Falconers into someone like the Shepherds. Again, especially with against more experienced player, perhaps that game would have gone a bit differently. Like I said, it gives you an example. Mataagi's free attack. It doesn't sound like a lot, but actually in practice it's really good and really strong. It should be noted that we didn't use any of the new playtest rules that have just come out or proposed playtest rules from Steamforged. It's not something I want to be using, to be honest, at the moment, because I want the videos to be about actual content and about the actual rules as they sit at the moment. So I won't be showing any on the channel. I'm also not sure I'm going to test any, if I'm honest. At least not until clubs get back to playing. I don't think it'd be fair on my daughter to try and make her learn a set of rules that may or may not exist at some point in the future. So I'm going to tail it back, and we're not going to play any on the channel. If something changes in the real world and we're able to get back and play the game in real life, then maybe we'll test some with my locals and we'll see how it goes. But like I said, I wanted to just give a shout out to Imperial Cysts. You can find them on Facebook. I'll put a link in the notes of the video. They painted the Falconers, as you can see. They're really nice, really friendly. They do a really good price, to be honest, for the quality of work that they do. So if you're looking for a commission-based painter, please consider them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now. Stay safe.